New technologies are constantly making healthcare more reliable and less invasive. Childbirth has improved significantly. Forceps have been used for centuries, but are now being replaced by more reliable, less invasive suction devices. Even abdominal surgery, which used to require large incisions and lengthy recovery, can now be done laparoscopically through tiny incisions, small enough to cover with a Band-Aid. There's still room for improvement, though, even with minimally invasive surgery. It's hard to believe, but a common method for starting the procedure is to invasively lift the abdominal wall using these towel clips. I know, right? Clearly, the technique isn't ideal, so Lapovations is going to change that. We're a medical device company focused on creating a platform of innovative products that improve laparoscopy. And our first device will replace those towel clips just like suction devices are replacing forceps. My name is Jared Greer. I'm the founder and CEO of Lapovations and co-inventor of our first product. I'm an entrepreneur who's been in medical sales for 15 years. I've started multiple businesses in diverse industries and even had a successful exit from one of my companies. My co-founder is Dr. Chris Taylor, an experienced surgeon who's completed over 4,000 laparoscopies and has the ability to quickly identify surgical pain points and potential solutions. Chris had been bothered by the use of towel clips for a long time, so he brought me an idea for a new device that would be less invasive. In the past 6 months, we've built out our management team. Flavia is our director of marketing. She has experience on the global brand marketing team at Nike. And Michael's our director of finance, a certified Six Sigma black belt with 16 years experience in the financial industry. We've confirmed that the current techniques are a significant source of frustration by interviewing over 100 laparoscopic surgeons from all over the world. Not only are they frustrated, they're interested in new solutions. And Lapovations has developed that solution. Let me introduce you to AbGrab, an FDA Class 1, patent pending, single-use medical device that uses existing OR wall suction to lift the abdominal wall. As you can see, AbGrab provides a reliable yet non-invasive way to lift tissue. AbGrab's more reliable than manual grasp because it works every time, regardless of surgeon hand size or grip strength. And it works on patients of all sizes. And since AbGrab is non-invasive, we have a significant competitive advantage over both standard lifting methods. AbGrab doesn't require a surgeon to change their technique, which is key. And minimal training is required. My son picked up a prototype off the kitchen table the other day, and he knew exactly what to do with it. And because AbGrab uses existing wall suction, my wife won't let me use her as a guinea pig anymore, so I've moved on to my son. And because AbGrab uses existing wall suction that's already available in every operating room, AbGrab can be used with no capital equipment purchased by the hospital. So let's take a look at our go-to-market strategy. Our strategy has been proven out by many successful medical device startups. We will launch with a small direct sales team and regional distribution partners who already have established call points and relationships with hospitals and surgeons. After gaining market traction, we'll transition to a national distributor such as Cardinal or McKesson. And we aren't reinventing the wheel here with our targeting strategy. We'll use a well-established strategy that focuses on surgeons and hospital stakeholders. It's the same thing I've done every single day for the past 15 years. Specifically, we're going to drive AbGrab utilization by focusing on key opinion leaders and high-volume users. The key opinion leaders and academics, they provide legitimacy for AbGrab, but it's the high-volume users who generate the revenue. We will also focus on residency programs. It's important that future generations of surgeons are comfortable using AbGrab when they graduate. We will also pursue journal publications and have a presence at key medical conferences and trade shows. So, what milestones do we need to achieve in order to get to market? We've been working with engineering design firm Della Medical on product design and prototyping. We've bench tested the prototypes to confirm performance metrics, and use them for customer validation, which so far has been very promising. We just finalized our design last month and are transitioning to our contract manufacturer to fabricate tooling, manufacture an initial batch of product, and complete the required design testing. This takes just 6 months, which allows us to launch AbGrab in the US late this year. So some of you may be thinking, how are they able to launch a medical device so quickly? It's because AbGrab is FDA Class 1, exempt from having to file a 510K and exempt from design controls. FDA classification is so crucial to our business strategy that we've had 2 regulatory consultants confirm this assessment. And the key thing to remember about Class 1 devices is that we are deemed to be such low risk, we aren't required to complete any preclinical or clinical trials. All we do is register with the FDA and follow good manufacturing practices. Now, something just as crucial is IP strategy. We conducted a nationwide search to find a patent attorney who focuses almost exclusively on medical devices. And we own the IP unencumbered. We are not licensing this technology from the University of Arkansas. Dr. Taylor and I invented AbGrab, so Lapovations isn't burdened by any royalties that suck cash from the top line. And AbGrab is a simple product, but that's because that's what our customers want. Make no mistake, our IP strategy and our IP portfolio are not simplistic. We have a patent with 17 claims that have already been allowed. We have a trademark that has already been allowed. We have a continuation application that had its first office action last week that will add 8 additional claims to our portfolio. We have a PCT application, and we also have a new provisional application on additional claims. Our IP strategy is to build a fence around using suction devices to lift tissue in the surgical setting. And so far, we've executed this strategy very well. Now let's take a look at the size of our market.
At $25 per AbGrab, the total global market is $750 million. 75% of the business is concentrated in the 3 markets that we'll target initially: the US, Europe, and Japan. And minimally invasive surgery is absolutely on trend right now, with the number of global laparoscopic surgeries growing at over 10% every year. Now let's take a look at our pricing strategy. AbGrab's price point is the same as other suction-based devices that are already in the birthing space, so hospitals are already very comfortable with paying that amount. We have also interviewed over a dozen hospital purchasing stakeholders who validated that our low cost offers little risk of hospital pushback. And our contract manufacturer already provided us with soft quotes of $5 for 2 packaged and sterilized AbGrabs, giving us 90% gross margins. And we built our revenue model based on extensive interviews with industry leaders and our customers. Our early adopter performs on average 300 laparoscopic surgeries every year. At $50 per surgery, we only need 600 surgeons to be using AbGrab in 2019 for us to generate over $9 million in revenue. In 2020, we need 2,000 surgeons to be using AbGrab for us to generate over $32 million in revenue. And in 2021, 3,000 surgeons generate over $48 million in revenue. Now, 3,000 surgeons represents just 4% of the US market, and we think these projections are realistic for 2 reasons. First, it pattern matches the adoption rate of other suction-based devices that are already in the birthing space with 25% market share. Second, we can hit those projections with just 25 sales reps, and we'll use the proven sales model that Jared discussed earlier. Now, we built this model from the bottom up based on our experience and knowledge with the medical device sales and industry averages for calls per day and closing rates. Now, let's switch gears and talk about our future product portfolio. Lapovations is not a one-trick pony. We're allocating double the industry average towards R&D to build a suction and non-suction product portfolio. In the suction portfolio, we'll launch additional AbGrab models with new features, some of which are already included in our current IP. AbGrab has shown promise as a potential solution to other medical tissue lifting frustrations that could double or triple our potential market. Lastly, there are other major laparoscopic problems in which we are already developing solutions for. Once AbGrab is in the market, generating revenue and cash flow, we use those to fund full development of those devices. Finally, we've been able to complement our management team with critical advisors for every single function that plays a very important role in our business. Our board includes multiple life science executives with experience in startups and investments, a regulatory advisor, and a medical device patent attorney. We also have engineers with experience in design and contract manufacturing, a hospital purchasing manager, and a medical device startup CEO. Now let's move on and talk about our funding needs.
Since AbGrab is a Class 1 device, we can go to market with only one round of angel investment, and we have skin in the game. Our team has already put in $150,000, and we're willing to put in more if we need to. Current funding is $200,000, and we're looking for an equity investment of $800,000. This will allow us to get AbGrab to market in the U.S. and provide enough runway until Lapovations is sustained by its own revenue. We will use the bulk of the investment dollars to finish AbGrab development, purchase tooling, initial inventory, support our patent portfolio, and cover the sales, marketing, and payroll expenses that we need to launch in the U.S. Acquisition is our most likely exit strategy, with recent examples ranging from 3 to 5 times revenue. At 5 times revenue, Lapovations will be valued at $145 million in 2021, providing angel investors a significant return on investment. Medtronic, Boston Scientific, and Johnson & Johnson are our most likely potential acquirers. Now I'll turn it over to Jared to wrap it up.
Thanks, Michael. So in conclusion, we've demonstrated that Lapovations is an excellent investment opportunity. We are solving a validated surgeon pain point with a high-margin Class 1 device that addresses a $750 million annual market. And our team is committed. We've invested our own money, we aren't taking salaries until we launch, and we are well prepared to execute a sound strategy that provides you, the angel investor, a significant potential return on investment. Please join us as we transform laparoscopy. Thank you.